All right. Hi, guys. Let me pull up chat on my phone, and everybody should be over here in a few minutes. Oh, my brain is not working this morning. Hi, Allie. Hi, Kim. Hi, Andrea, Kathy. We'll stall a few minutes. I did get some new magic. Well, they're not new magicals. Magicals is retiring the neon graffiti and the drink me silly. And I didn't have the drink me silly, so I got those. They said they were retiring these to make way, so I'm assuming they're going to come out with a new set too. But I didn't go on their website and look. But like I said, I know that the neon graffiti, which is a flat set, and this drink me silly are being retired. And since I didn't have this one, I went ahead and got it. It came today. And let's see, what else have I gotten just in the last couple days? I got a VersaFine Claire Monarch and Fallen Leaves. So it's kind of a brownish color and a burgundy-ish purple. Added those. I got my Junk Journal Johnny enabled punch for the folder tabs. Punch. And Broken China, Distressed Oxide. That's about it. That's what I've gotten the last couple of days. I think everything is. Oh, I also got these. This was Mary Beth Shaw enabled, the Lyra pencils, but I got the skin tone set, which I'm wanting to use in my comp journal. Yes. Hey, Johnny. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Gypsy. Hi, Christy. Shauna. Linda. Mom Munson. Keisha. Shelly. Hi. Violet. Lisa. Happy New Year, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to work on, I have 2 bags set up to work on. The first bag is inspired by this journal page. So I'm basically going to recreate this journal page on a bag. And I have done some prep work. The other one is more freeform. So it's a 9x13 vinyl bag, the kind I get from Amazon. And then, like I said, the second one is more of like a free form. This is the one that is going to be from the comp journal. And this is medical tissue. And I've already prepped the medical tissue. What I did is I cut it out and I just leave a little extra on the sides to fold up. And I painted this with color shift in the lime green and put some matte paper on it just so that we wouldn't have to wait for it to dry. And I pulled the stencils and everything we would need. For the second one, I sprayed it with Distressed Oxide ink sprays. And it was in my little pizza box, so it picked up some other colors. But I'm going to also collage on this. So I sprayed it with matte medium to kind of keep some of that color contained. Hi, Carol. Hi, Ray. Hi, Janet. Leah. Elle. So this should keep that from smearing. And I just put some stuff to pull and use on this one if we get there. We'll do the project from the comp journal first. All right. So when I did the comp journal page, I probably had some paint already smeared on here, I believe, maybe from some like Crayola markers. And there's some turquoise and purpley color up here in the corner. And so I'm going to start. Now, I use distressed oxides on those, but I'm going to use paint today. So I'm going to start with adding in the turquoise. I'm going to use a little white in my turquoise just because, and this is not folk art. This is Deco Arts Traditions Opaque White, which is a really good, it blocks a lot. I'm going to put a little turquoise in there. And I'm going to put a little bit of the color shift. So I'm just going to make myself a little mixture of the turquoise. And I'm going to use that on the top. Yeah, I sprayed it with a sealer that's a matte sealer. It's Americana. It's a sealer. It's not matte medium. It's a sealer that has a matte finish. So I can keep working on top of it. Hi, Norma. Yeah, it's by Deco Arts. It's Americana. I have it in the gloss and the matte. I use it on my alcohol inks when I'm finished to seal them. But I also seal my bags with this or the gloss when I'm done. Lately, I've been using it in my journal and just doing a light mist if there's a page that I'm worried about. And this is, I believe, if I remember right, a crafter's workshop. It's like a mixture of numbers. And I'm just going to work some of it across the top. It's going to show up in the background more. It's not real prominent. It was up in the corners. Because I did think about using the same color instead of paint. Because I do really like the distressed oxide. So I may. Right, and then I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to do the same thing at the top on the back side. Some of this turquoise will show. And it should match up pretty good on the other side when I flip this side over. All right, so that will be that. All right, so my thought process was to kind of go back and forth a little bit between the two bags just to save us some drying time. So I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. And on this bag, let's use up some of this extra paint and let's glue a little paper here and there. And then it can dry. And I'm just getting some background papers, nothing. A lot of this will get covered up. Just some dictionary print, some sewing patterns, some ledger paper. And let me get matte medium out real quick. And we'll use that extra paint. See, and I'm not getting the bleed on the paper bag, on the tissue, on the medical tissue from the spray very much. I'll get a little if I didn't spray some area. This will give the medical tissue a little more weight, but I'll tell you, it doesn't really tear. What I do is I work the pattern and then I glue it on the bag. And I'm really not worried about placement. This is just paper that'll end up in the background. Hi, Malia, and Happy New Year to everyone. I missed most the morning of the hop. I got to go back and watch people. All right, and this is sewing tissue. Now, I'll probably avoid putting anything too heavy on the crease where it's going to fold, because I don't like to get that too thick. In fact, on the other one, I ended up cutting the matte paper into 2 pieces. Okay, little dictionary print here and there. Like I said, a lot of this will end up in the background. And I'm getting a little bit of yellow and green where I maybe... Now I'm going to sit on the table because I didn't spray the back. And the back is actually where I sprayed the color. I didn't really spray the color on the bright side. For some reason, when you spray this tissue with the spray, the back side will be more colorful. So a lot of times when I spray the tissue with the inks, the distressed oxide, I'll use the reverse side. Okay. Let's put that aside for right now. We'll save this for later. I think I'll use it as a focal point. And let me get one of the stencils out that I had. And all the stencils I'm using today are Stencil Girl stencils. All right, so I'm going to turn this. And get it going a different direction. I'm going to use this to kind of blend the pieces of paper together, and the background color will show up. And because there's some dilution spray, it might come up through some of the white, which is fine with me. Because I really don't have any plans or expectations for this bag. I'm doing it like I would one of my journal pages. I just let it go. Okay, so that'll end up being the front, and I'll end up doing the same thing on this side here. Now my stencil is sticking every once in a while because I'm working on I didn't let it dry. So I do have to be kind of careful when I pick it up. All the ephemera that I pulled out for this was in yellow and kind of teal colors. So this will give me a soft background to work on. All right, just that one little corner left. Turn this. All right, and so then what we can do is let that dry over to the side. And we can grab this one back. So I'll just kind of bounce back and forth between these two. These are the two stencils that I used. All right, let's go ahead and let's just go for it. And we'll use, hi Julie, hi Button. All right, so I'm just going to use the stencil. This is, again, a Stencil Girl stencil, and it is L491. And the circle stuff was right kind of where it meets. And I think I want 2 rows of that. And I'm going to use Blueprint Sketch is the color that I'm using. And I'm just doing this top part of the stencil, essentially. And this is just a makeup brush that I'm using. And I'll spray this again so it'll seal in. All right, let's move that over. All right, and then I'm going to do a second row of the, may do 3 rows actually of the little pebbly type circles. Some of that's going to get covered up anyways. Okay. Then I got to flip this over and do the same thing on this side. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Anne. All right. Come over with this. Now I will have to, this is a little taller. Some of this might get cut off the top, depending when I go to fit the pattern on the bag. How close I was. So I'm gonna put another row of brick up here in a few places. And this will get also covered by washi at the top. I always use all right, let's put another row. All right, Keisha. Okay, I think that's good. Put that aside. Okay, then the middle part was, I think this is a Mary Nassar stencil. Yeah, it's L200. And I'm going to use the ground walnut. And I'm going to turn it sideways. And I'm going to take it up over some of the pebble area. And I'll move it over. I need to get this little side here. All right, so that is the basic background of the bag. So we're just going to collage on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a spray. And normally I do this outside, but I'm going to do just a really light spray. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Iffy. All right. So that'll keep that from smearing when I go to collage. And so let me show you the original, while that's drying, the original layout. I have some of this jelly printed scrapbook paper. I'm not sure which size butterfly I want to use. And I have some of the vintage music paper. All right, and I had looked. So I'm just going to tear. This is very brittle, old music paper. So I got to be kind of careful how I tear it, because if you just bend it wrong, it breaks. Okay. This is the front of the bag. That's going to fold up. So I know that that's going to cover. So I'm going to come about right there, should be good. And this is the scrapbook paper. All right, so that's one piece of it. And I think I'll use this other piece right here. Yeah, Shauna's up next. I'll put the link to her channel in chat before we leave. Or Shauna can before we leave. But yes, Shauna is next after me on the hop. And Happy New Year to all of you. All right, I need some yellow. I didn't get much yellow in those, so I think I'm going to use this piece right here and save that for the back. Okay, so I'm going to get out some of the art glitter glue to use for this real quick. Okay, that'll work. I'm going to put this right here. Now, I think I'm going to go with the bigger butterfly on the front. I'll put that on in a minute. Thank you, Allie. Okay, you see I'm not smearing my Distress Oxide because I've sprayed it. Might get a little smearage if I didn't cover someplace very well. All right, and then I have a quote. Be yourself with everything you do. And that is from the Studio Light. I got it from Xandra. It's from Jenny's Mindfulness. It's a Studio Light brand from one of those. All right, now the butterfly is going to go there, but I'm going to wait because I'm going to do the back side real quick. And I'm going to pretty much do the back side the same way. I have another quote. This time I'm going to make it look like it came off this side. And I've got that scrapbook paper. And the yellow one. All right, here's the quote. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Do more of what makes you happy. And I'm not sure I'm going to put a butterfly on the back part. That on there. A little amount of glue there. Little lavender in it here and there. I must have not sprayed heavy enough in some places, but not enough to like bother me. Okay, so here's the original page again. All right, now we are ready to start putting this on the bag. And these go pretty fast when you like, because the decision, when I'm redoing a comp journal, the decision making is already pretty much made because I'm just repeating something I've done that I have already got the papers and stuff. I know I have enough papers to duplicate. All right. I need to hit this with the heat gun real quick. I'll make it a little easier. Yeah, there are some people streaming that are not part of the streamathon. There's another hop going on as well. So there are several people to watch. Thank you, Mary, for organizing the hop this year. I'm going to get like a credit card type. Of course, I can't find one. Well, we'll use this. All right, so this is Yes Paste that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to smear it all over the front, one side of the bag. And you can use just regular matte medium. Usually I use heavy gel, or lately I've been using the Yes Paste. I was hoping that Jean would pop in on one of our streams. I don't know if she did earlier and I missed it. Okay, so this is the back side. So I'm just going to lay that down and smooth it out. No Jean yet. Like I said, I was hoping that she would. Actually, I'm going to pick that up. I think I have some on the top. I'm going to start with the bottom. I have some extra at the top I think I need to cut off. So I'll just trim that. And I'm not going to worry about if it's straight because it's going to get a layer of washi across the top. So I'm not worried about a jagged edge. There we go. But I wanted it in the where I had the fold was. All right. So now I'm going to get more of the Yes Paste. putting it liberally along the sides on the bag. Pull that up. And then I'm going to put some glue over here because I'm going to fold this over. I am going to seal all this in from the top too, but not with yes paste. Okay, that tore. Oh, let's get rid of that. All right, and now what I'm going to do is just use my regular matte medium. And I have it unzipped so I can really kind of get in there and apply pressure. And I think I'm going to use the black washi. I think I'm going to use this one. It's that Finnabar group. Belinda was on earlier. Ew, this isn't gonna, that washi doesn't want to come off. And I don't want to fight with it, so. We'll use this one. You know what? That's the bad thing about getting inexpensive washi, and it gets old. That's one of my favorites. This is the New York Timmy tissue washi. Okay. All right, that works. All right, and I'm going to use a little bit of, I want to make sure these ends glue down really good. All right, so hit the front with a coat of gel medium. Now you would take your time and I would let it dry between stages. I'm rushing because we're on live. Like I have a little bubble of air right there. But the way around that is just to pop it a couple holes. And then float some gel medium in there and I can get it to lay down. I don't care about wrinkles. I didn't double check that when I lifted that and put it back down. I should have been more careful. All right, so we'll let that dry and then we'll do the other side. Let's go back. While that's drying, let's go back to this piece. Put some glue on some places. Let's see. Let's pull out some of the other pieces from that bag that we have. Some other stencils to possibly use on the top. All right, so this is some of my digital paper and Patty's digital paper. I just want to tear the edges. And I'm just going to build set the extras aside. Okay, I like that. I also have another piece of Patty's digital. I don't like that there. I like that better. And then I'll just kind of layer the pieces how I like them. All right, that's a good start there. Okay. And then I'm just going to start adding some of the ephemera. Most of this ephemera is from the old book design on Etsy. It's definition. Looking for a couple pieces specific that I had that are hiding. Oh, there's another piece of that paper from the other bag. Here they are. Hi, Ella. Okay. Kind of like that. Right, this is for the other side. And this is just words from a thesaurus. Okay, I kind of like that. So I'm going to turn this. And work something on the other side. I'm going to start with this old recipe. And then I'm going to come back to my patty paper. Just kind of build a base. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hopefully this year will be better on many different levels. All right, that's all of those. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the focal points. This is the main one I want to use. So I'm going to put that there. All right, that says journey. This is the back of the bag. All right, I think that's enough of that little ephemera stuff. I'll just put all of that back in the leftovers back in the bag to use. Quote. I think I want to put it on the bag. Let's come back to the other bag and let that dry for a few minutes. Because this one should be just about dry enough to coat the other side. And we'll glue down the butterflies. How are we doing on time? I may be like Jamie. I may be finished early. All right, so these have a plastic piece that I'm just gonna glue down with the art glitter glue. All right, let's put a little heat on some of that. Yeah, this is actually this is for your bathroom. Like it has a brush. This is like a regular hair dryer. It's not actually a heat gun. It has a high, low, and cool setting. It's just like a hair dryer. All right, and then let's put the butterfly on the other side. Let's dry that just a little bit. All right, so I'll let that dry, and that's the front. That's the back. And the way that I let them dry normally, I'm going to leave it a little flat for right now, but normally I leave them over something in my art room, because this is, I'll spray it completely and then let it dry. But I want that butterfly to dry flat, so I'm going to lay it someplace where both of those butterflies can, glue can set up. And we're ready to finish up bag 2. And so once again, this was the inspiration for the first bag. And I got fairly close. It's, you know, let's glue the paper on the bag at this stage. I think we're there. So let me get out the yes paste again. Do I have a set? Is there a video that shows that paper? There is a video of that journal page. There are several comp journal videos, but there is a video of that page with the butterfly that I first did. I stream on Saturdays after Shauna at 3:30 Central, which is 4:30 Eastern. Okay. All right, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to get this. Okay, let's set this in here. And I'll tell you, I had water on my, so I want to make sure I have actual, I had water on the yes paste first. So some of that yes paste is a little on the lighter side in this one corner. And this is kind of how I do my journal. This second bag is more in keeping. I just start gluing and go there. All right, so let's put. And this, the bag that I just did and finished, that's the third bag that I've done inspired by my comp journal. But for those of you who are interested, I do also have a lot of my comp journal pages are available in my Etsy in a digital format to download and use as digital papers. Okay, so now I need to decide how much of this. So I'm going to tear some more of this off because I don't want that much over the sides. In fact, I think I even want less of that. Yeah, I store stuff in them. You can fit, I fit almost fit a 9x12 stencil in there. But not quite. You can definitely get, they're 9x13. So you can definitely get a piece of regular size paper in there. But they are really good for storing projects. Now you can glue directly on the bag. I just like working this way. Joycey was doing one yesterday on her stream, and she was just working directly on the bag. Okay, these are pieces I tore off, but I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm going to cut the top of this one straight. And I'm going to use this one right here. Okay, and then let's go with this. Maybe these are Timmy washies again. Let's go with, I think the skinnier one. I actually kind of like the black. Let's see if we can get this one to work. Yeah, that's working. Okay, and I'm going to trim some of this paper at the top. Just a little higher than I want to be. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Now, I've also heard that you can get these bags at the Dollar Tree in singles. I don't know. The ones I have seen some that have a different type of, they don't have a zipper. They have like a baggie. You wouldn't want that. That would be harder to move. You wouldn't, you know what I mean? That might be a little harder to deal with. These have a real zipper. But there are other places you can get these bags, and you can get them in different sizes. You can buy them all the same size on Amazon, or you can buy sets that are assorted. It depends what you want and what you want to do. There's one size larger than this one. That's like 13 by 15. I like this size, and I like the pencil pouch size are my two favorite. All right, so we'll put gel medium on the other side of this. And I'm just holding it because I don't want to lay it down. And every once in a while, I'm grabbing some of that Yes paste in places that are more stubborn. But if you weren't on stream, you'd let it dry. You know, you'd let each stage dry. It'd be a lot easier. I just don't want it to stick to my table. All right, let's dry this real quick. Yeah, but it gets like leather when it's done. So I would rather just seal it really good. Personally. And this is watered down gel medium. It's not any, I'm not using golden. Yeah. I do always use a spray varnish sealer on them to make them more durable. And like I said, it gets like a leather almost. We put these washies up. going to take just a few minutes and throw. Now, I will say sometimes I make my pattern out of something like this to cover the bag. I like to start with those sometimes. All right. Add that quote on the front. Do what you love and love what you do. I don't know. I think I'm just going to put believe in yourself over here. I like that it's big. I like that pop of black. I'll just stick a little glue over them just to make sure they're down. And I think that one's done. Yeah, this is a mixture of decoupage from Deco Arts. I bought some stuff online to try, and I really don't like it. So it's called Handy Art Designers. I just really didn't like it, and I've been adding it to stuff and using it. So this is a mixture, and there is some water in there too. So it's not anything super thin. I mean, super thick. And I will definitely seal it. I like a gloss seal on them myself when I get ready to seal it for the final. Now it's a question if I want to use any more. I actually think it's done. The only thing I've considered is some chevrons. This is Halo Blue Gold by Luminaire by Jacquard, and I'm gonna. This is a stencil that was sticky. I think it was intended for like glass, to work on glass. I want to add some. And this is a metallic paint. All right. All right, and then I'm going to take a wet wipe while that's still damp and wipe off anything I don't want. Okay, I like that. And I don't think I want anything around that. Oh, I'm going to get some more of that paint out. Put some of that here and there. This is another Stencil Girl stencil. I'll tell you the number in just a minute. It's L. We just looked it up the other day. S277 Swatton. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to set this back on here. All right, I had a little over. So I wiped it and then re-stenciled it. No, I have not seen Jean yet. So I'm going to let that dry. And then, like I said, I will seal it. Look at the other little bag. Put the stencils up. Put the glue up. Clean up just a little bit and I'll show you both bags. And you can see I got a little bit on the table here as we were flipping through because I was rushing it. All right, so there's that bag. And here is the other bag. And like I said, these will get a spray seal. And then that's the other side of that one. I am pretty happy with how both of those came out. This was inspired by my journal, and this was the style that I like to do in my journal. And both of these will be listed in my Etsy shop later. when they're all cured. Okay, Shauna is next. Shauna, do you want to put your link in? We still have about 20 minutes before it's time for Shauna. Thank you, all of you, for hanging out. Let me get Shauna's link. Yellow and teal is one of my favorites. And I have to say, I really like this color of the distressed ink. And it would show up a little darker. It's faded because I put it on that green. It showed up darker on the white paper. But the blueprint sketch. And if I wanted to, I could put this back on and darken some of that if I wanted to very easily before I sprayed it. And I could just come in and make that more prominent again, because I did have a darker blue originally. And it's no big deal. My original numbers disappeared, but I don't really care about that either. So I'll just, like I said, I think I'm going to just darken that up before I spray it. And if I decide I don't like where it got, like I don't like that it got on the music paper, I can just wipe it back. But that darkened that again a little bit, because I do like it a little darker than what it was. It had faded. Yeah, I'm just using this. Sometimes I use the triple thick, but normally what I use is Americana, and it's just a gloss sealer. I use this one when I want to go into another layer and use the matte. So typically I use the gloss because I like the finish. I may have another bag that's sprayed up here. Well, I had another bag in here earlier, but I don't know where it went. Here's a little one. And it just gives it more of a gloss seal. Yeah, I use metallic sometimes. But what I'll do is when this is dry, I'll check and see, like I've got a place right here that's not sealed. And I'll make sure that everything is sealed good. Because I was rushing. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Toll. Thanks, Jude. Yeah, you can use any of the sprays. All right, I am going to go ahead and sign off. Did I? Oh, wait. There is the link to Shauna's. Couldn't remember if I put it or not. We got to talking. And I hope all of you have a happy new year. And I will see you at Shauna's. I'm going to sign off so everybody can go to the restroom. It was on medical tissue. Joycey turned us on to this. I have a roll of the medical tissue. You know, like you sit on at the doctor's office? And it's cheap. But sometimes I use the inside of inserts of sewing patterns. But you can glue right on the bag. I mean, you can collage right on the bag. You are welcome. Joycey turned us on. She brought home some medical tissue from the doctor's office. And it's really nice. Thanks, Janet. All right, guys. All of you have a great new year, and I will see you at Shauna's in just a little bit.